Hello, good morning, or it's still morning for you in Vancouver at the moment?
Yeah, it's 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Hi, Janet. Welcome to the stage, Home
Hi.
Family Digital. And I am so excited to interview you this morning, officially.
Yeah.
So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Home Family Digital. This is a great pleasure of mine to be able to interview Janet Mai from Vancouver. Now, Janet Mai is a wonderful coach of mine. And I say officially in my introduction because I've had the great pleasure of being able to meet with Janet every week and to learn a lot from Janet in the way that she does her life, the way she does her business. But really, it's just been coaching this little girl to come out of a shell. And I just think Janet is the bee's knees. Are you familiar with that term, Janet?
I'm assuming it's awesome or kind of like that or
Absolutely, it's gold. It's gold. So, Janet, let's kick off the interview. And I'm just going to ask, if you don't mind, if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit of your story, your origin into the business. And then I'm going to get straight into what everybody's here to ask you, and it's about results. So, is that okay if I get you to start that? I don't know what I would do if you said no, that's not okay, actually. Yeah.
it's always okay. So yeah, my name is Janet Mai. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I'm 37 years old, and back in 2016, when I was looking for an online business, prior to that, I was known to dabble in like 3 to 4 jobs at the same time. I was working for my family nail salon business. I was doing bartending, flight attendant, insurance agent, every little thing in between, trying to get ahead or like dibble and dabble on things, thinking that I was getting ahead. Little did I know I was just following in my parents' footsteps, trading money for time. And then I was 30 years old, starting my life over again, and I told myself I really wanted to do something online because I wanted to travel the world but without restrictions, right? And being a flight attendant, it's fast food traveling to me. And so after that, I told myself, I got to find something that I can do through my laptop. I can point at a globe. Actually, I haven't bought a globe yet. I'm surprised. I'm going to look for a globe where I could turn a globe, point my finger, and then just end up there.
Wow.
And then that's kind of how it, and then all these series of events led me to here, to this online business. Here I am today.
Wow. And so, how long have you been doing the business now?
So I started at the end of, well, I joined at the end of 2000 and August 2016. I would say I didn't really actually work until 2017, right?
Okay.
So yeah.
So, our system itself was quite young at the time when you,
Yeah. It
yeah.
was young, so that's why I kind of took a long time because I'm like, is this real? Is this not? I'll just wait and see other people's results before I start taking action. Even though I was so excited, I saw the bigger picture, but of course, your mind gets in the way and talks you out of doing certain things.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. So, okay. So, Janet, you've been in, so 2016, 2017, you kick it off. And the results now for your life, did you ever think that you would be where you are today back then?
Yes and no. When I first started, I wished and I hoped to be here, but I wasn't sure if I would get here. And although my initial goals were quite high, yeah, and then as time went along and I, had to peel the onion layer and do some great entrepreneur personal development transformation course, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I knew I was going to get here. And just seeing, the results in the community, it's just they show you what's possible even if you haven't hit it yet.
Yeah. Wow. You just answered my question before I could one out. So that's really, really cool. Um, so okay, let's talk about the results for people who don't know Janet Mai. What have been some of the standout results that you've experienced in the business?
Like, I think being able to make like an annual income is equivalent to like 6 7 years of my old work.
Okay,
um
that's
yeah,
impressive.
and actually I didn't even, now that I think about it, how much did I make back then? Maybe it's more than that actually. But and be able to not wake up to an alarm clock. Like, I get to wake up, I get to start my day doing what I love. I don't even look at my phone for a few hours. I get to be with nature. I get to be with my dog. And when I started this business, what caught my eye was a penthouse in Vancouver downtown. And I was like, I want that. And even though I'm not in a penthouse yet, I get to live my dream right now in Vancouver, downtown, in one of the most expensive cities in the planet or Canada, whatever. And
Yeah.
just to be able to book one-way tickets, like the last year I traveled like probably 7 months of the year. And every time I booked, it was always a one-way ticket because I didn't know where I was going to end up. And it's just the freedom of having that. And it was just so beautiful. And I just found out that it's not a good idea to book a one-way, especially if customs find out, because they might give you a hard time. I didn't know that, but luckily, no one ever asked me.
That's a good tip.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either. That's amazing.
because they don't
But
want you to live in their place, I guess, like, or something like that. In certain areas, especially Philippines, you have a return ticket that you actually show it at customs. But other than that, they're just, you just don't tell them you have a one-way ticket.
oh, wow, there you go. So I'm blown away actually, because one of my huge goals, and is to be able to travel somewhere and not be limited by the time that I'm there, and just go where the wind blows me, kind of thing. Um, Knowing that everything's okay financially, that I've got the choice to go back when I choose to go. And you are living that goal, which is just it just blows me away every time I see you heading to the airport again, and I think, wow, that's the life. Um, Janet, what about some of the results that have been results of the heart, is where I'm coming from, because I know that this business can definitely change your life. It can give you options to travel, because you can take the business with you where you go anyway. But are you at that stage in your life, um, the passion projects that people have? It's a bit of a targeted question, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, for sure. In terms of my ultimate passion projects, yeah, I have been able to do certain things. I'm not doing it fully, but I was able, like, I was asked to be part of a cafe convenience store. As you know, I call that a passion project because it does help local community rise up in terms of selling their products. So it's a local community store that I am part of after the pandemic and stuff. So that's one. And then another one was donating certain things to a charity in Vietnam where they are it's helping people with like disability. Actually, it's still in the process because we had to switch a few times. So yeah, I am doing certain things like that. But for my ultimate goal of originally, I wanted to do my passion project of creating a system to help people in third world countries make above average income. That is still a work in progress.
Wow. I would love to know more about that too. We're going to have another interview to see how we can support you in that one. So I
Yeah,
think
because
that sounds amazing.
yeah, because you know how there's such a fine line with giving with charity, because I find that a lot of it, if you do give, you're enabling a person to stay in the same space. So I'm an avid, like, I really do want to create something that helps a person breaks out of their shell. It's not just giving you more food or giving you more money. It's either I'm going to help you with your health, or I'm going to help you break out of your shell and find your light. Like, those are the two kind of ways I want to give to people.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow, Janet. Wow, wow, wow. I really love this business system because for exactly what you've just said, I compare this business to, like, it's the best social entrepreneur model that is out there, in the way that it provides all the training step by step. It takes you from where you're at. You take the first step and you're developing your business, you're getting your business structured, and then you're learning more things from the people that are around you. You're learning how to put the skills that you learn straight away into action. So it's exactly what you're doing. You're already doing what you want to do in the future, because this business does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, it's the most amazing philanthropical model there is, because we're developing lives, and the fun part is that our life is being developed while we're helping other people develop their lives, because you're actually doing that for me. Exactly what you just said that you're wanting to do, you're doing that for me and my family. And I want to thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's just been an amazing experience. An amazing, amazing experience. And there's nothing else like it. I haven't come across anything like it. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we want to leave a legacy in this life where, well, I know that I do. I want to leave this world a better place than it was before I was in it. And yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
I know that's what you stand for. You've always stood for that. Even before I met you, Amy's like, oh my gosh, you got to meet Leanne. She's such a beautiful human being. You would love her. This is
Amy's just beautiful herself. Like, she just blows me away. So that's really lovely that Amy said that. Thanks, Amy.
She was so moved and inspired by you after the coaching call.
Yeah. Wow. What a journey. What a journey. Well, Janet, do you have any questions for me?
Interesting. Well, I guess if you were to able to share, you kind of shared your experience. Like, what would you say is the best thing that you've gotten out of this business so far?
Oh, yeah, this is a really tricky question, isn't it? Because there's so many levels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? I think one of the best things that I've achieved. Oh, so many levels. But I was able to come to Canada, and
Yeah.
I've stayed in your beautiful home, looking out over the beach at Vancouver. But yes, it was the experience of traveling to Canada out of our country of Australia, and being able to travel with my best friend, Nicole, who has her
Yeah.
own business, knowing that all of that was possible because of the steps that we took in business. But
Mm.
it was the relationships. I didn't go to Canada to go and see anything in Canada. I wanted to see the people. The people were the biggest,
Yeah.
draw card for me. And I think that definitely is by far the most amazing thing. The people that you meet, um, doing life, because you're pretty much spending so much time. Well, if you love your business like I do, I guess you want to spend as much time as possible, because this is where the joy, this is where the magic is, gratitude, the positivity, the best life. is through those beautiful relationships that you foster. So, yeah.
And it's so cool because we've only worked online for years. And then all of a sudden, when we meet in person, we're like, oh my gosh, this feels like we've hung out so many times in person before, right? Like that was the
Yeah.
magic of it. And we had such a great time. Like so many beautiful moments together. They're laughing, crying, you know?
It really was fantastic. It really was. Like, yeah, it's hard to it really is hard to in some ways to share the depth of that experience. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you might come across as a happy joy kind of person. But I come with my downs as well, my ups and downs. But
We all,
look, seriously, like when you're able to connect like this, it really
Mhm.
does make an amazing difference to life. And
Mm.
I can't believe 15 minutes. We're over 15 minutes. No, that went so fast. But I just want to thank you, Janet, for this interview today. And folks, look, this business really does change your life, and success does leave clues. And I just want to welcome you to come and research this community, um, research the people that are in it, very real people changing their own lives and changing other people's lives just by being who you are. And thank you so much for watching today. And I'll be back tomorrow with an interview from, oh, hello, Basil. With an interview, I was distracted by the puppy, from a beautiful lady in Hawaii, Malu. And also, we got to meet Malu in Hawaii last year as well. So I'm very excited to bring her on to the stage at Harum Family Digital. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. See you next time. Oh my gosh.